Does it work now? Are we good? Oh, shit. Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Love. What about you? Hmm? 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 Are you going or what? Oh, you are. Look at you. Oh, look at Auntie. Of course, you're not. The hell? Am I messed up? Why do I see nothing on the Twiznitch? Hmm? Hmm? Okay. What about the tube of you? Hmm. Why does Twitch not work? Or is it just not working for me? What is TTW? What are this bullshit? Why am I gonna regret doing that? Are you working there, bud? Are you doing it? Says I'm live. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. Neat, neat, neat. Okay, now where were we? Okay, we get rid of you. What's this? I can talk to you about that in a minute. Got all these things on my thing. Where are we here? I'm not ready to start yet. I mean, I've already started, but. I should always check this before I go. Okay. Okay. Tube of hello. Hey. Okay. I don't have like good backgrounds yet. But capital but. Like we got like a bit of edge. Oh, I need to like calibrate all this stuff, and I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy. Anywho, any Hoosiers, any Whizzles, No, idiot. God damn you. Okay. Oh, you can't. You can't pick the scene. You've got to go like this. You got to go to the... Oh, God damn you. Okay, so you got to go here, and then you got to go here, and then you got to go here. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes, we are. What is this? Jesus Christ, why? Why is everything anything? Why? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, where is it? I mean, come on, man. Where did it go? Jesus Christ. Where is the YouTube window? How the fuck did I fuck that? Where? Is that you? Why are you there? Currently free keyframes are not being sent often enough. Frequencies. I thought Jesus Christ. Okay, today is going to be the Nginx RTMP what? Keyframe. Can you do it? Oh wait, this is not. This is this thing. I'm just gonna switch to that for a second. Jesus H God. This is probably output. I could have sworn, so this is the thing, is I updated freaking OBS and I updated it and it blew away all the config. And I mean, it's like, these are things that it's like you Google and you're like, how do, I don't know, anyway. Play the delay to send the group of pictures Nginx latency should be. Keyframe and RTMP. I think it's like, I can tell I've done this before. Keyframe interval. Advanced. Oh, you know what? I have to stop the stream and start it again if I want. God. Yeah, so it blew away the friggin'... I can't do it. I have to shut down and start again. Welp. Okay. Oh my God. All right. You doing it? Excellent connection. Okay. Where was I? I was going to do some code. Yeah. Kind of wish I had like a procedural music generator so that I can have my little soundy bits. So apparently there was like less stuff available. No, I didn't. We're good. Okay. Go to 5. Click on that. Hello. Go back here. We should be good to begin to prepare to proceed. We got code. So, today's job, should you choose to accept it? Well, I spent all evening napping, so I am awake AF right now. So, I'm going to hack on some stuff. Oh, man. That was just a utility yawn. So, I have this thing. Let's go to it. Is this it? Yes, this is the contents Swiss Army knife-ish guy thing. I had a branch open for 10 million years. What does this look like? What does it look like? No, where's the visualizer? Why is everything so dumb? Okay, whatever. Anyway, this thing I've been running as a REPL for a million years, and well, apparently 5 years. And I really need to turn this, like, I gotta like fix it into being like an actual shippable piece of software instead of just like a perpetual breadboard. And one of the characteristics about it, where are we here? Where are we here? Let's put that in a new window. Okay. Let's go back to that. So, yeah, one of the sort of characteristics about it is that it's got this like honkin' gigantic util file, or at least it did until I started to. This was my idea that I would split the utils into util clean and util messy. And then I would like eventually prune out all the stuff from util messy and put it into util clean. But I was looking at this thing today and I was trying to figure out like how like, 'cause at root, like this thing, the whole sort of idea behind this thing, it's a library. Fundamentally, it's a library. I always write libraries and then I write like apps around them. So it's always a library first and then an app second, which I mean everybody should do, but a lot of them don't. So like, wow, 2021, 12/27. That's when I touched this last. So I mean, what it does is it takes a bunch of HTML files in a directory, which could be version control, but not necessarily, and that's a whole other deal. And oh, hang on, ooh, damn. And it will take them and apply a bunch of stuff to them and like generate a bunch of stuff, generate a bunch of resources, a bunch of index files and whatever, basically out of a RDF graph. It'll embed a bunch of metadata. It'll make backlinks. It'll do a bunch of other stuff. It'll add annotations and title attributes and what have you. All sorts of good business to the all the links and all that. And then it ships it out. And so what I want to do here is I want to turn it into, like, it sort of was, organically grown over many, many years. Like, I think 2018 is when I started. That's when the copyright notice says. What I think we could do right now. Anyway, so the idea is this thing, I mean, it generates my website, so, like this guy, which said it looks like a lot of screen resolution. I haven't even looked at this in eons. Actually do a bunch of stuff here, but I'm fucking lazy. What else? Yeah, so if you see the like source, there's a ton of crap in here. There's a bunch of modified times, which is amusing. They're not in order, or they are in order. Look at that. Yeah, so those have to be like fixed. And then you get the backlinks, the content, whatever. But anyway, that's that. What are we doing? Where are we doing here? What? Okay. Anyway. Hello. So, one of the things is, so what I have here, and let's go to one of the things I have here, so I've got this like util messy, which is a bunch of util functions that goes 3,000 lines through 3,079. I have like the main friggin' file, which goes to 3,724 lines. And like a lot of this stuff, so like this thing, if you kind of look at it, is at this point it's like pulling shit out of like this stuff is all delegated methods now, and the only reason why these things are like the way they are is because they are being called from places, so they're just aliases at this point with like minor changes. So like the way that I'm looking at this is it's sort of like starting from about here. In fact, we can just put this XXX kill after this line to let's just say kill after this line. Hey, to next marker. So this is all junk. Junk. This, I don't know. this is definitely like, and then you get into stuff. Like, I just sort of look at the architecture of this thing. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Head meta, okay, headlinks head meta. All right, so this is like starting from, where are we here? Like starting from this. This is all stuff to like manipulate markup. So like the first, and like the thing about it is it's sort of like it's a console, like it's a context, execution context that like loads in a configuration and then like does a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah. Generate sitemap. Oh yeah. This is just a mess, dude. Next, generate atom feed. Yeah. So the job, and this shit, like, this is like all, like, I made like special sort mechanisms for this. So get the fuck back up there and get rid of that. Okay. So XML catalog, man. I mean, so then you have this like alphabetized list thing. So this is like, generate reading list. Yeah, so we've got like all these different kinds of thing. And so like all of these currently are like mixed up with each other. We got the stats, we got the address book. I didn't even finish that one. Concept scheme. Like we have all these elements, all these like bits that (23 seconds). Good job. Ow. Oh my god. Okay. And then we get to the bottom. Oh, no, this is still the concept scheme. Jesus Christ. Write concept scheme. So like even still, like we got like a method like write concept scheme. So this is like tied to writing it to a file. And something I want to do is I want to take it, like, first of all, I want to decouple like anything to do with like anything special, like writing concept schemes or anything like that. Like I want to like eliminate all this stuff for starters. And then here we've got like other things like this sort of like basic IO, resolving things, resolving files. And so the job is to figure out like, okay, you've got a resource, which would be like a resource is a one-to-one mapping, or not a one, sorry, it's a many-to-many mapping between identifiers and representations. That is to say, URLs and representations. And so a resource, like any sort of identifiable thing is going to be a resource, and like, so a resource is going to have at least one URL and at least one representation. And what I want to do is I want to like sort of accommodate the potential for these kind of many-to-many relationships. And like, you know, you got other dimensions too. Like, even it's like not just a file, it's like it could have versions, it could have different languages, it could have different file formats, it could have all sorts of different aspects to it that are not strictly just to do with files. So like right now, so we have these like implementations stuck in these two enormous files, and the goal, the job, is to sort of start to pull them out in a non-ridiculous way. And so that is the job, and it is unenviable. And I mean, I'm not going to get too far on it tonight. I'm just like warming up the old stream because I haven't touched it in centuries. Because I was busy working on some other crap. Yeah, so I don't know how much of it I'm going to do tonight. I did sort of think, though, that... So we have this class that's called a document, and I have this other document. They're all... like one thing that I'm trying to figure out, and actually now that I'm thinking about it, there's a design, this design that I'm thinking of implementing. And this thing would like live in the middle here. And it would not be this stuff, not so much, but and this not so much. Maybe the address resolver, I don't know. But one of the things that I want to sort of implement, like I want to implement some kind of storage. Does that go somewhere? Oh, it does. Look at that. Like a storage backend, and it's like some way of dealing with that. I'm not sure, like, no. Is there like a standard protocol? I guess there is. There's like a standard protocol for like Git stuff over the network, isn't there? It's like some funky deal. Anyway, yeah, I don't know like how much I'm gonna actually do this tonight because I'm pretty freaking. I woke up like real early this morning. I was not feeling good. Yeah, and it's like almost, it's like 11:30 right now. Yeah, this is mostly just to like test. One of the things that I wanted to do though is like you can see, for example, so like a resource is a map, many-to-many map between a set of addresses and a set of representations. And a representation is, by definition, like a segment of bytes. And there will be additional metadata to that, like content type and last modified and, you know, other kinds of things. It's going to have a cryptographic hash. It might have some other stuff attached to it, transfer encoding, whatever. And so the idea that I was sort of thinking today was to actually have like a representation. Oh, damn. So rather than calling this a document class, like this is a document, rather than having it called a document, you have it called a representation, and then like the individual representations like will be some kind of backend. So, you know, you take, for example, like, and I mean, this might not be stable, I don't know, but like in the case of like Ruby, well, the Ruby libxml wrapper is nokogiri. And so you would have like RDFsec stands for Swiss Army knife representation nokogiri or something like that. And the representation would be the representation is the thing that like contains, you know, the stream of bytes at the end of the day. And the fact that it's a nokogiri is going to be like, it's going to have a memory representation of a DOM object in there, or DOM document. And it'll also be like a nokogiri DOM document. And the idea behind that is more or less like just an efficiency thing, like, because the way that I'm looking at it, I mean, especially this stuff, like, okay, head links, head meta, Twitter meta, and I mean, like, Twitter meta might not just be like a social media meta. Like, these are all actually kind of like functions that you could apply, and then like similarly, there might be like def, like add RDFA, like, you know, def add IDs to the sections or section, whatever, right? Actually, it's not a bad idea. And so like those will actually be not part of the representation class, but rather they will be part of like a function that gets applied to the output. And so yeah, the idea behind that is there's a like you can model this stuff as like pure functions. Get out of here. And then you can just be like, you know, pass in the thing and you get back out the thing, and then the thing has been modified, or not modified, sorry, it's a new thing, but because it's a pure function, but it has the same type. And then you can model like any kind of thing like that. You can model like you can model like changes, like say for example, like in your data store you've got a PNG and like the client requests a JPEG, it'll like convert the PNG to a JPEG, like that kind of, you know, I got other things that do yeah, so this is actually kind of like where I'm thinking of going with this stuff. Anyway, you know what, it's late and I just wanted to like dust off the old thingamajig, so I think I'm gonna like call it right now, but I'm going to try a little harder to actually stream more regularly, so yeah, anticipate that.